This is a short presentation by Ashley Jefferies, Austin Robinson, and Ariel Smith on Tesla Incorporated. Topics that will be covered are history of the company's business model and product positioning, current industry environment and analysis, competitor analysis, resources and capabilities, business and corporate strategies currently pursued by the firm, important current issues relevant to the firm and management, and an assessment of the current attractiveness of the company and recommendations of how to move forward post-acquisition.
Tesla has a rich history. The founders, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, had recently sold an ebook company in 2003 and saw an opportunity to fill a need in the electric car market after the failure of the GM EV1 model. 4 years later, just after the release of their first car, Tesla struggled with high CEO turnover until Elon Musk stepped up for the position. Tesla continued to develop upon their technology and released electric cars of many styles, including a crossover and a semi-truck. The company extended their focus beyond vehicles and soon invested in a residential solar company by acquiring SolarCity. Over the past 4 years, they have continued to develop within these realms and build their brand name. In Tesla's business model, the company is focused on renewable energy and revolutionizing technology and possibilities within that realm. Products sent to market accomplish two goals. It demonstrates that the company can deliver on bold ideas and make things happen, and the proceeds from those sales fund their next development, as detailed in their business plan, which is laid out in our write-up. Their focus is not to be the best at selling cars, but to develop and innovate in a way that will bring about fundamental change in consumer perceptions surrounding energy use. As a result, their product positioning lands them in the luxury or high-end realm, targeted toward environmentally conscious consumers interested in investing in cutting-edge technology. This includes early adopters.
So let's go ahead and talk about the current industry environment and analysis. So in order to do this analysis, I went ahead and did the Porter's 5 forces analysis, mostly looking at supplier power, substitutes, biopower, threat of entry. All of these forces were all moderate to weak, but the strongest force was industry rivals. So let's go ahead and start there. The automotive market is a very competitive industry, becomes even more competitive when considering companies focused on energy solutions. Significant investments made in research and development to produce aggressive innovation make the industry extremely competitive. While Tesla excels in this area, many other companies are also competing in the same way, resulting in high competition. The automotive industry also faces low switching costs in the category, meaning that there are no barriers to entry for consumers to purchase vehicle services from other manufacturers. This heightens competition as customers can switch from Tesla to another vehicle relatively easy. So, that's the strongest force that Tesla should probably focus on. The solution to this is that they need to increase their innovation and market presence through R&D dominance for electric vehicles, which is kind of what they're already doing, but this needs to be sustained in order to combat the industry rivals within their current environment. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the competition that Tesla faces. So definitely faces competition from traditional auto companies like Toyota, Ford, Honda, and GM. These companies compete with Tesla by providing substitutes for Tesla's electric vehicles with vehicle offerings in gasoline and hybrid. So there's that type of competition. Then there's also these companies that are offering electric-only vehicles. These would be companies like BMW, Nissan, Chevy, Ford, Volkswagen, and Kia. Tesla also faces competition, globally from China mostly. China is a big threat with companies like NIO, Innovate, Bayer Group, and BYD. Any of these companies could absolutely overthrow Tesla by just, being a low-cost provider and providing a vehicle that's much lower cost and electric. Could blow Tesla out of the water. With a market size of 912 billion, the market is worth going after. Tesla currently only owns 2%. The way that Tesla really competes in this market is not by its production. It can work on that, but its R&D is stellar. This is what puts it at the top of the category for electric vehicles, is that it produces some of the most amazing research and development for this vehicle class.
All right, let's talk about some of Tesla's resources and capabilities. Tesla is remarkable at capitalizing on its resources. Tesla's reputation is an intangible resource that contributes as a primary source of profitability and exposure. Tesla has created a reputation that is unlike any other car manufacturer. The Tesla brand has also created a very loyal customer base focused on sustainability and environmental responsibility. Tesla's Gigafactory, which is a tangible resource that adds value to the organization. The Gigafactory is a way to produce batteries for Tesla vehicles in a large facility, which keeps costs low and are virtually impossible to replicate. There are more batteries produced at the Gigafactory than there are for electric vehicles in the rest of the planet combined. Tesla has a very distinctive way of being bold with their products and their designs. This distinctive competence sets their products apart from the rest of their competitors and demands attention from consumers. This idea of being bold is their strongest capability.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about a couple of the business and corporate strategies that Tesla is currently pursuing. So first of all, Tesla is primarily going off of a plan that was created from the beginning, really, which is listed here, to create low volume car, which would necessarily be expensive. This would drive revenue, allow them to develop a medium-sized car. That revenue would be reinvested, allow them to manufacture high volume cars at an affordable price, and then provide solar power to everyone. So that's exactly what Tesla's been doing. The whole idea is that you roll revenue from expensive cars back into the system and make less expensive cars. And hopefully you achieve economies of scale along the way, so then everything is nice and inexpensive. They are pursuing a strategy that's looking more at differentiation, that will lead to cost advantage. And that's really important because they're looking at using two different types of competitive advantages at two different stages. They're going to differentiate and then move to cost advantage. So those are the two strategies that they're really pursuing right now.
All right, let's talk about some important current issues relevant to Tesla. In recent news, Tesla management has been trying to cut back on expenses and pay off debt. This creates a decrease in consumer confidence in Tesla's business model, which requires a lot of capital. Tesla laid off 7% of its workforce and cut back on several other projects in order to keep expenses low. In other recent news, Tesla is creating more affordable cars to appeal to a larger portion of the market. It is part of Tesla's master plan. This step in Tesla's master plan is coming to life with their new Model 3, as shown in the image. This design was introduced as a more affordable option, making it the cheapest Tesla vehicle, starting at $35,000. Another current issue is the new concept of the industry, the idea of self-driving cars. Autopilot is an innovative feature that you can only get in a Tesla, but the reality of autopilot has been very devastating, resulting in several related deaths. A number of incidents, some fatal, have prompted the executive team to create an update to fix the issues with the autopilot system. Recently, the board of directors for Tesla has encouraged Musk to delegate some responsibility to others in order to reduce some of his workload. It has been said that he is doing too much in too many areas of the organization. This could be a reason for his recent actions, which concern the board of directors. He sets nearly impossible sales goals and recently tweeted some confidential information regarding Tesla stock. Finally, let's look at the assessment of the current attractiveness of Tesla. Tesla has done an incredible job at raising revenue and increasing net income in the last year. Their stock is overvalued according to their earnings per share ratio. Tesla has a lot of strong features. Financially, it appears to be a risky investment. Some recommendations post-acquisition are: we recommend the use of gigafactories to produce multiple types of batteries, expanding strategic alliances to other businesses within the auto industry, and keeping an eye on competitors entering the market that could possibly take over the electric vehicle industry.